Blessed day to you all. My name is Peter Lina from Sydney, Australia. Welcome to Pathways of Hope. This may show my age, but when I was a kid, we didn't have any computer or smartphone games to occupy our time. We instead played all sorts of silly games. One of them is called Follow the Leader. My friends and I would follow around in a single file one of our friends who's been designated as the leader. He walked slowly, we all would walk slowly. He ran towards a particular direction, we all too would go running after him. He would walk in a funny gait, we too would try to copy his movements, no matter how silly we looked. At some stage, he decided to climb up this big rock and jump down to the ground from a reasonable height. And as can be expected, not everyone was able to follow him, and some opted to make their way down the safest way possible, myself included. It's not always easy to follow a leader, especially when things don't turn out to be as easy as what we had thought it to be. In today's reading, Jesus challenges his disciples. Whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake and that of the gospel will save it. Let us look at those three things he asks of his disciples. To deny himself or herself means to withhold from oneself those he or she enjoys or wants. I guess that may not be too difficult for some people, as they are already able to exercise self-control when it comes to food to have better health or better looks. Others can hold off buying stuff for themselves to save up for something much more valuable or important to them, such as a new car or a new house. There isn't anything wrong at all with such goals. For us, followers of Jesus, however, it's not just about the act of denying ourselves. Rather, for what purpose? Or more appropriately, for whom are we making such sacrifices? We do it not for ourselves, rather, we do it out of love for God, to draw closer to him, and to express our desire to live lives pleasing to him. We are willing to sacrifice for him. We are able to spend more time in prayer instead of using it on devices and the internet. We can serve in our churches and communities, even though we may prefer to engage in rest and recreation. He must increase, but I must decrease. To take up his cross. We all, no exception, have got our crosses to bear. Big crosses, small crosses. Crosses which relate to personal weaknesses, physical or mental health, relationships, livelihoods, and the list goes on. As I found out playing that game, Follow the Leader, you will at some point say to yourself, this is no longer easy. Can I really do this? Jesus does make it clear. If we are truly his followers, we are to take up our crosses, endure the pain and hardship, knowing that the cross is a means for us to share in his suffering, and that we too will share in the victory of the cross and the promise of his resurrection. Pope John Paul II said, "Your sufferings, accepted and borne with unshakable faith, when joined to that of Christ, take on extraordinary value for the life of the Church and the good of humanity." To follow him. Somewhat the simplest word or words used in the passage, yet the most difficult to do. To follow him means to live our lives the way he lived his life, to think, speak, and act the way he thought, spoke, and acted. We will soon be entering the season of Lent. In the coming days, we will be reading and reflecting on the life and the very experience of Jesus as a human being. During these coming days of Lent, let us ask ourselves, Lord, how can I best follow you through your life examples? What is it in my life that I still need to change in order to mirror the life of my Lord, my Master, the one I choose to follow? For each one of you, my fellow followers of Jesus, I pray that today and the days to come, may you be filled with the wisdom and the grace to deny yourselves, to take up your crosses, and to follow him till you come to see him face to face. May you all have a blessed day.